Morning, everyone. My name is Abby Bushong. I'm a student at GCU, and today I'm here to talk about special education history laws, resources that family can use if their child is in or needs a special education, and something for me that I can keep up to date with. So, brief history before the 1970s and after the 1970s. Before the EHA, many children were denied access to the proper opportunities to learn, and that they were living in state institutions showing mental illness at the time. Most couldn't afford to take part in that placement or planning decisions when it came to their children's learning, and the resources were very, very rarely available at the time. After the 1970s, multiple laws were created during and after the 1970s. Some of those laws include the Handicapped Children's Act, the Trained Professional Act, the Caption Films Act, the Teachers Deaf Act, etc., etc. Two court cases that helped advance the educational opportunities were Pennsylvania versus the Commonwealth and Mills versus Board of Education. The Education for All Handicapped Children's Act, where it allowed for children to get free education that had a disability within each state or locally across the country. A brief description of the two court cases. Now, this is after Mills versus the Board of Education, is Pennsylvania versus the Commonwealth. The overall theme of this case that they were arguing of for retarded children to still get the same proper education as anybody else would. But there were 4 sections that had to meet to say, okay, he's qualified, or they're qualified to have this educational experience. And then the next case was the Board of Education versus Rowley, which was similar to the first case. The only difference was that it created for free and appropriate public education. So the case involved a deaf student that had a family asking for an interpreter for all her classes. They got denied that, but when they won the case back, they got that interpreter, and it kind of created for free appropriate education. At least 3 to 4 recommended resources, including at least one from the state, in which you will teach to stay up to date with current legal trends. Can't go wrong with the Arizona's Special Education Handbook. That's always updated, I believe, every year. So that will give me kind of a regular update of like, okay, what laws and what stuff can I not teach versus what I can teach. The other one is the Special Education News website, which it just brings news to the forefront of special education. What is what? How is it? What is about to change? And then my last resource is a disabilities resource website. This will allow for me to improve or add in additional information about a disability. It kind of breaks it down into sections. And it gives an option to allow a teacher to add that into a student's learning. Like, let's say I have a student that is in need of assistive technology, and we have the assistive technology that needs, but I don't know how to incorporate it. I can go up in there. It explains what assistive technology is, so it's good for the parents, but it also explains to me, like, hey, you can add in to your lesson plan, like, every time you guys are reading, he can have an audio book that is read aloud to him in a quieter room. And I thank you for listening to my presentation. Hope you have a good day.